crazy town. Where are you going, baby? We're gonna rip it upside down. Well, it's Friday night and we're loaded guns. We're coming on in, baby. We're not giving up till the party's done. We're gonna smoke this crazy town. We're gonna smoke this crazy town. We're gonna smoke this crazy town. Hey!
Well, how you doing? I'm Jeff Holmes, here at Wondersound Music in Menominee Falls, and this is our first episode of Sounds Like Milwaukee. I'm here with Jon Holzbauer, who is a native of Menominee Falls, and I've known you for, I don't know, probably 3-4 years now since we bought the store.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, going out to the open mics over when it was AJ's Live. The first thing I noticed is you went up there it was one of the first times I think you had your loop pedal, and you were, I think at the time you were a little uncomfortable with it.
Yeah, it was new technology for me at that time. Yeah.
Right, but you pulled it off, and it was really cool. And then you came out with a CD. It was 5-6 songs and an EP. I thought that was really good. What's the name of that one?
It's just self-titled, just Jon Holzbauer.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And now you've become you're just throwing a lot of stuff up on YouTube and getting a lot of views, and things are starting to grow for you. So I want to invite you in today and talk about your music. Why don't you start by just telling me a little bit about how you got into music and how you got into the style of music that you're playing.
Yeah, I mean, the short version is music was all around my house. My mom growing up, we were always had the radio on, singing classic rock, all kinds of stuff. We always got trivia on which artist is this, and who, what band, what song, see who could get it first. And then that kind of spurred on wanting to play instruments.
Yeah.
Ended up doing drum set was really what I fell in love with, and played jazz band and got into as many things with drums through high school, and then got into college and I couldn't use a drum set at my apartment, so I decided to kind of do some self-taught guitar lessons, did some things, searched some stuff on YouTube, and eventually worked my way through a bunch of videos and started playing when my friends were over.
Okay.
And after I graduated college, I kind of put it away, and some friends encouraged me to maybe give it a try. So I had been going to AJ's Live and seeing the open mics, and I kind of told myself, I think I could do that. Yeah. And gave it a try, played a few weeks, and then at the time, Josh Becker was running it from Cherry Pie, and he asked me, he said, hey, could you do a show this Friday? And I said, well, you just saw every song I know. And I made it a personal goal to learn 2 songs a week and just kind of keep plugging away, and here we are today. So the loop pedal kind of came in about a year or so later. I had seen some things on YouTube, and it was a way of incorporating my percussive background into the vocals and the guitar thing. So it was my spin on getting to do a full band by myself.
And that's what I was going to ask you, because up until we were setting up here earlier, I didn't know that you had worked with Jim before. I knew that you kind of knew some of the people around here just from being a Menominee Falls native, but it all makes complete sense to me now.
I took lessons from Jim Kuby here in this store when it used to be the previous ownership, and a lot of fond memories of being here, so glad to be back.
That's cool. So as far as the artists that you really get into, like if who's the artist where if you found out that they were coming out with a new album on tomorrow morning, you would not only buy it on iTunes, but you would be at the vinyl store getting a copy there and buying 4 tickets to the show, and I mean, who really gets your juices flowing?
Actually, lately, a band that I've really been following it's a very small band, growing currently. It's a duet called Johnny Swim.
Okay.
They're the thing that I really get into with the bands that I follow is all about the songwriting. It's the process of songwriting. I think it's something that I'm trying to get into more and more, and trying to learn how other people do it. And they're very transparent about things. They do a lot of YouTube videos. They kind of put themselves out there, and it's really exciting. I got to see them actually this year for the first time live, and their blend of kind of the acoustic history of some of the country style music and things like that, and then doing things in a new and current modern way. And then there's a few others, Civil Wars, also some current people like John Mayer and Ed Sheeran are big influences as well. For things like the loop pedal and current modern covers.
Now, I was talking to you earlier. I'm a big fan of KT Tunstall. Have you ever gotten into stuff she does?
Yeah, I mean, you can't help but run into her music when you look up loop pedal cover online, right. Which is something I've done a ton of research on. So she is, in fact, I cover Black Horse and a Cherry Tree.
And you kind of, it's a great song to cover when you have the technology to do it.
Yep.
It almost seems like, I think I've actually seen a band play it, and it just didn't have the same. It doesn't have the same personality to the song.
Yeah, in some ways, when you write a song for looping, it takes on an identity for looping. It's almost hard to cover as a band because the layers build in a certain way, and being able to turn them on and off that way is pretty cool.
When you have time, look up. She did a version of Seven Nation Army, and I'm a big Jack White fan.
Okay.
But she does the lead guitar line with a kazoo.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Not
just look it up, and you may be like, that's cool, or okay.
Sure.
What are you thinking? But I like it. And then, what's your goals? What direction do you see yourself heading on a musical journey? Do you want to tour? Do you want to, is it basically an open-ended thing, or,
Yeah, I mean, it's actually an interesting question because things have kind of happened so quickly from not having any songs to sing to sort of trying to find a way to get my voice heard and my own original stuff. So at this point, it's definitely open-ended. I've had some great opportunities. This summer is full of a lot of gigs, and that's not something I'm used to being involved in. So kind of taking it one step at a time and being really open to opportunities. I've also been, I started a friend of mine, Katie and I are in a duet group called Water and Wells. That's a new project. We're about 5 months in or so, and that's gotten some traction too. So just kind of seeing where things go and trying to understand how I can get my voice heard in music has been really fun.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Do you have, over the next couple months, what do you have coming up as far as live shows go? Yeah,
a couple gigs here within this weekend. Have a gig, but then there's going to be some things coming up. Going to be playing for an event at Cathedral Square for Relay for Life. It's a fundraiser for the American Cancer Society.
All right, do you know the date of that one?
Yeah, that's going to be June 17th.
Okay.
It's a Friday full day, like through the afternoon.
All right,
I'll be playing later at night. And there's going to be tons of other entertainment that day. July 2nd, Katie and I will be performing as the Water and Wells duet at the ground floor stage at Summerfest.
Oh, okay.
We'll be 5 to 6. It's a Saturday, so it makes it about as easy as it can get. And then there's also some other gigs coming up. I'll be at a place in Menominee Falls, actually, in August. I believe it's the second week of August. It's a new place that was just built called Three Cellars. And then there's actually a local...
Where is that? I've not heard of that.
Three Cellars is right on Appleton and Good Hope. So it's in the...
Okay.
It's just
so right
on the
by,
northwest side.
So it's right by Trysting Place.
Yeah, kitty corner from Trysting Place. And then the other major one that's coming up is a CD release party that actually includes the band that Jim Kuby is in, the Striped Frogs.
The Striped Frogs.
So I'll be opening up for them.
All excited about that.
July 30th.
Okay,
so.
Yeah, and that's at Boobs in Germantown, right?
Yep.
All right, very cool. What's the first song you're going to play for us today?
The first song that I'm going to play is actually an original. It's called You're Not the One, and it's a song that is just sort of... it's about as upbeat as a breakup song could ever be, and it was kind of the first song that I wrote that really came from a basis in the loop pedal. From day one, it was a loop song, and
now was this one on the EP?
Yes, it was. It was on the EP.
Yeah, this is my favorite song. I really like this song.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
So I'm excited to hear you play it.
Yeah, good.
get out. You better get out. Just gotta get out. Yeah, yeah. You're not the one for me. You're not the one I think about before I go to sleep. Stop knocking on my door. You've been through this before. There's a fish for you swimming in the sea. You're playing games to keep me here. I thought that I had been so clear. You and I, we had our time, so comfortable and feeling fine. You gave that all away when you disappeared. I say that you gotta get out. You better get out. Just gotta get out, yeah, yeah. You're not the one for me. You're not the one I think about before I go to sleep. Stop knocking on my door. You've been through this before. There's a crash to you swimming in the sea. Can't tell what you were thinking the day you trampled on my heart. Don't try to come round here, 'cause I ain't loving you no more. Oh, you're not the one for me. You're not the one I think about before I go to sleep. Stop knocking on my door. You've been through this before. There's a crash for you swimming in the sea. You gotta get out. You better get out. You gotta get out, yeah.
So what's the second song you're going to be playing for us this afternoon?
The second song is kind of an original mashup of two songs. It's a song that's really well known by Michael Jackson, "Beat It," and then I added in 7 Years by Lucas Graham. So it's kind of a different blend, but hopefully you guys like the interpretation.
Are you going to be covering the Eddie Van Halen guitar solo on "Beat It"?
Yeah. No, actually, I think I'm gonna skip right over that for sake of time for everybody involved. But YouTube
right.
has limit on their video link. So
Okay.
Once I was 7 years old, Mama told me, make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old. They told him, don't you ever come around here. Don't wanna see your face, you better disappear. There's fire in your eyes and the words are really clear. So beat it, just beat it. You better run, you better do what you can. Don't wanna see no blood, don't be a macho man. You wanna be tough, better do what you can. So beat it, but you wanna be bad, just beat it, beat it. No one wants to be defeated. Showing how funky, strong is your fight. It doesn't matter who's wrong or right. Just beat it, just beat it, just beat it, just beat it. Soon we'll be 30 years old. been sold. We traveled around the world and we're still roaming. Soon we'll be 30 years old. The right to get you, better leave while you can. Don't wanna be a boy, you wanna be a man. You wanna stay alive, you better do what you can. So beat it, just beat it. You have to show them that you're really not scared. You're playing with your life, this ain't no truth or dare. They'll kick you, they'll beat you, they'll tell you it's there. So beat it. But you wanna be bad, just beat it, beat it. No one wants to be defeated. Show them how funky, strong is your fighter. It doesn't matter who's wrong or right. Just beat it, just beat it, just beat it, just beat it. Once I was 7 years old, Mama told me, make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I'll be 7 years old.
So I'd like to thank John for being with us here at Wondersound Music in Menominee Falls, and I really appreciate you being out here. Just one last question for you: what is your favorite breakfast food?
Oh man, favorite breakfast food? It's gotta be French toast.
Okay,
Absolutely French toast.
French toast.
Yep, butter, syrup. Just load it up, make it as sweet as possible.
Okay, I suppose we'll go with that. So tell me real quick before you leave, this breakup that allowed you to write such a happy killer tune. What happened there?
It's one of those breakups that it was such a long time ago, and there's all the you have situations that remind you of kind of the fact that it happened, and what spurred it on was. You end up coming into times where you bump back into the person, and it's kind of it's talking about really that you come to the realization over time that you've realized that it happened for a reason and it's the right thing. So it's all about me realizing that I was ready to move on and kind of encouraging the other person to do the same thing as well.
Coming in, filling in. I know Tom Petty was supposed to be here today. Couldn't make it, and then I called Steve Miller, and he was coming, and then that didn't work out. So
I'm okay being the third choice in this situation.
No, first time around, you can't.
Yeah.
No, wonderful job. So anyway, hey, thanks, man.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
All right, have a good day.
Yeah, you too.
Here I stand with open arms, hoping you come back.